Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 19. This is the ultimate challenge. We are going to be doing a contract here on Field 5 where we have to plow it, and we will make $18,273 for this job. Very cool. So Field 5 is gigantic. It is located right up here. It's that big one that is up by the other field that I believe I sowed the other field. I planted seed in it, I think. But anyway, this is Field 5 right here. And this is going to be quite a project. It's going to take a long, long time. So I think what we will do is lower down the plow. I think we're going to end up fast farming this, because otherwise this is probably at least a 2-hour job, maybe more. So we're going to do the headland, fast farming, and then I will probably skip ahead to when the field is actually done, because it's going to take a long time to get this one done. So I'll do all of that off camera. But we'll do the headland like this so you can kind of see it. Get a feel for how big this field actually is. This one is one of the biggest fields, if not the biggest field on this map. The other two are the one up there by Mary's farm and the one right down the hill from it. Those are the other two gigantic fields on this map. But this one I think is actually bigger than both of them. I think this is the largest on the entire map. So that is the headland done. Alright, so we are almost done with this field. We have been going at this for a long time. I can't even tell you how long, but the contract's finally finished. This has been at least a 2-hour job, maybe more. So we made $18,273 from that field. Thank God it is done, because that one was a nightmare. Alright, what's the next contract we want to work on here? I want something where I'm going to make some real money, because this is going to take forever. Ooh, $22,981. I have to plant potatoes in field 13. Let's do it. We have to borrow the equipment, because I do not have that equipment. Ooh, that's a sharp looking tractor, isn't it? That is the Valtra. I believe that's the Valtra cow tractor. At least it looks like it. Pretty nice looking tractor. I like the white. Alright, we need to buy either potatoes or seed. And I can buy pallets of seed, so we'll just go ahead and... I don't want that one though, I want the other seed pallet. Where's that at? I think it's over... That's the other way. I think it's right up here. Yeah, here it is. So for $1,400, I can get 2,100 liters of seed. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this up. Now, I bought seed, but it says potatoes down here in the corner. But you can do either one. You can either buy seed or you can buy potatoes if you want to. It doesn't really matter. So we are going to lower this down and fast farm the headland again. This is another field that is fairly large. And it is going to take quite a while because this potato planter is only, I believe, 3 meters. So it's going to be quite an undertaking to get all of this done. So we'll fast farm the headland, and then I'll do the bulk of this off camera, and I will be back with you once this field is close to done. This one will not take as long as the one I just did will, which coincidentally is actually right beside me. I'm right beside that field now. Well, there's one grass field in between us, but it's pretty close. So we'll move ahead with this, and I'll catch back up with you when it is close to done. And I decided I was going to do a little bit more oats. I got tired of doing that field, so I just hired a worker to do it. So we are getting ready to sell our first load of oats here. I need to make some more cash. I'm almost out of money. And I've got a hell of a loan to pay off, and I've got a lot of equipment to buy. And doing the contracts is fine, but when you spend like 2 hours doing one field and you only make like 18 grand for it, that's kind of nuts. So we made $13,453 off of that load. We didn't profit that because it cost about $4,000 or $5,000 to buy the seed in the first place. So we're going to sell this last load up here. We can't sell too many more loads like this because it's lowering the price of oats substantially. And if I go much lower on the price of oats, it's not going to be worth doing anymore, because I'm actually spending the same or more for the pallet as what I'm selling it for. So we did pretty good on that one, 12,871. It's less than the last one we did, but we are up to 21,700 and some dollars. The money's going down because I have a worker. But I don't think we can do any more oats because that is just not going to work. The prices dropped substantially, and I just don't see it being feasible to make any money that way anymore, at least not till the price goes back up. So I want to kind of try to see if I can figure out. Well, the price of oats isn't actually that bad right now. It's going back up. So I could run oats again if I wanted to. I can buy oats, I can buy wheat, but the wheat doesn't sell for much at all. Wonder if I can buy manure, because there's a manure sell point up there too. And we'll just go back and do some more of this. Since the price of oats went back up, we'll buy several more of these pallets and go ahead and take advantage of that while we can. Now, the price will fluctuate depending on the time of year. It's going to sell for more right now because nobody has it right now. None of the fields are producing yet because it's early spring. So we are selling this load. We'll see what we get for it. As I was saying, in the early spring, you don't have any crops done. So the price is higher to buy it. But come harvest time, the price will probably go down because there'll be a big supply of it. So we made $13,453 off that. That brings us to $25,000. So we're making a little bit of money, but not a great deal. Not a great deal at all, really, for each load. It's like 3 or 4 grand, 5 grand maybe if we're lucky on each load. Now, granted, it doesn't take very long at all to do. It's literally you just buy the pallets and you just sit there and let it fill up, which takes a little bit of time, but not too bad. So now we're up to 28,000. So we're making about $4,000 a load when we do this. Now I'm going to try manure and see what we make off this. I bought 4,500 liters of cow manure, and we're going to put this in this trailer here and take it up to the manure sell point. Now we only paid $200 for that. So let's see what we make. We only paid $200. So as long as we make $200, we're good. It's a little concerning. I'm not getting a trigger here. Ah, darn it. So apparently I cannot sell the manure here anymore. That doesn't make any sense because this is where you sell the manure. Maybe they're just not buying it right now. Well, that's unfortunate. So now I have a trailer full of manure. It won't sell here either, will it? No. And I cannot get rid of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to return the trailer with manure in it and let them deal with it, right? Not my problem. All right, we are at 73% of this contract done planting the potatoes. So let's go ahead and fast farm this and get this one done. We still have the worker going because look at the pretty lines they're making. The reason I'm using the worker right now is because I'm out of seed. I don't have any more seed to plant, and I don't want to buy a whole nother pallet of seed and drive all the way back to the shop, fill it back up. If you hire a worker, they buy it as they go. So you don't have to worry with it. So that's why I'm doing it this way. It costs me a little bit more money to do it this way because I have to pay the worker, but to me it's worth it to not have to drive all the way back to the shop to fill up the planter with more seed. So we are almost done. Not too much longer. And this job will be finished. In real time, this is brutal. When I was actually doing this, it was nuts. I mean, what you're hearing right now during the fast farming segments is me while I'm editing, kind of talking over the video. But while I was doing it, oh my God, it took so long. It wasn't as bad as the first field that I did, that big one, number 5, I think it was. That one was nuts. That took well over 2 hours of real time to do. This one hasn't been as bad, but it's a doozy. It's definitely not a small field. And when you're doing potatoes, like I said, this planter is very tiny. So you're only doing a couple rows at a time. So that means a lot of passes on this field. You can see I keep bringing up the contract screen to see how much I have left on it. Because at this point, I was really, really done with this field. All right, so the contract on field 13 is now finished. So we made 22 grand off that. Nice little chunk of change there. Very nice. So I think that will probably about do it for this episode. I don't know how long it's going to end up being, the video, but this was like 3 or 4 hour-long episodes edited together because I recorded while I was doing all the harvesting and all of that stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next episode.